Hello, everyone. Welcome to Live at 5. It's Tuesday, July 11th.
Is it?
Is it? It's Tuesday, July 11th.
Yes, or no, it's the 11th.
It's
the
Tuesday.
11th.
Why do you seem so confused?
I don't know because I heard sounds. Sorry.
Are we live?
We are
Yes.
so live.
Hi guys, I'm Paul Montoric,
I'm Beth Stevens.
and you are at the what is this? The heart of Broadway.com, the nucleus. What is this? The core, the inner core. This is where it all happens.
This is it, the heart of Broadway.com, where we have a fabulous guest.
And today, oh my God, Derek Klena's here. Currently in Anastasia, but already such a brilliant resume this man has racked up.
That's true.
We've been watching this guy forever.
Forever.
Ever since I sat opening night dogfight next to his mom and got in with the Klenas.
You really got in.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
in
Anyway,
with the
we love
Klenas.
him. He's a great guy. And he's here. So what's up? What's up?
There's
News
some
today?
news. Yeah, there's some news.
Some summer news?
There is some summer news.
Limited news, but news.
Limited but important.
Okay.
So the guys of Dear Evan Hansen, those Tony-winning guys, and
Oh
I'm
my
talking
God,
about
so
Stephen
many awards.
Levinson,
So many awards.
Benj Pasek,
Yeah.
and Justin Paul, they created a book.
Okay.
So now you can experience it. You can listen to the cast album.
Stephen Levinson did create a book. He won a Tony Award for
Oh, you're
Best
so
Book.
clever.
He
This
already
is a
won it.
behind-the-scenes book. It's called Dear Evan Hansen, Through the Window.
Catchy title. This is a
I
coffee table book.
Yes, it's a coffee table book. It will be released in November by
Okay.
Grand Central Publishing, whatever that might be.
Sounds
It's
Newbury,
exciting,
New
though.
York.
It's exciting. So yeah, so there's a book. So you can own the Dear Evan Hansen experience in a book.
Okay, cool. Did you hear about Greg Pierce's new play?
So Greg Pierce, let's talk about Greg Pierce.
So Greg Pierce he wrote that play Slow Girl, right? And
Right,
he's
which
been working,
opened the LCT Clairteau
Okay.
Theater.
and then he's been
LCT
working with
3.
John Kander.
Yeah,
He's been doing these musicals
and
with
he's
John Kander.
related to David Hyde Pierce. He's his nephew.
Oh, all right. I totally forgot. Wow, fun fact. But they did The Landing and then Kid Victory, which was just
That's right.
off Broadway last year. He has a new play called Cardinal, which will receive its world premiere production at Second Stage. Oh, sorry,
Next.
that camera. Off Broadway, Second Stage. And so this is what it's about. Do you know where the Rust Belt is? Let's
Yes.
explain where the Rust Belt
I
is.
am from the Rust Belt.
Are you from the Rust Belt?
I am from the Rust Belt.
It's the Midwest?
It is.
Okay.
It's all those industrial towns where people went and worked in factories. Cleveland, Detroit, Pittsburgh. That's the Rust Belt.
Michael Moore land.
Michael Moore.
Or Beth Stevens land.
Correct.
Anyway, so this play takes place in the Rust Belt, and I'm going to read the description because the press team very eloquently described the plot. So let me share what they said.
Please do.
Cardinal follows Lydia. Hopefully the cast of Sweat might be in this because they'd be great.
It's the same director, Kate Wariski.
Oh,
who
okay.
directed
So maybe
Sweat.
they could have just done this in
In Rec?
Anyway, I don't want to get people excited. Follows Lydia, whose wild idea to invigorate her Rust Belt town is co-opted by a whip-smart entrepreneur. A battle for the town's soul ensues, causing its oppressive mayor, its defiant matriarch, that might be a good role for Betty Buckley, and the rest of its residents to question who they are and where they're headed.
I'm in.
So anyway, that's
I'm
going to be
in.
Second Stage. Now, Second Stage next year is going to be interesting because they're on Broadway, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be Broadway and off-Broadway. This is the off-Broadway theater, right? The Tony Kaiser
And they are
Theater.
letting their season out in dribs and drabs. If you want to know who the director is for next spring, maybe they'll let you know. But then maybe you have to wait to find out who's going to be in the new Tracy Letts
Sound
play.
like you're complaining as a reporter.
What? How dare you?
What else is up, Beth?
Michael C. Hall.
We love him.
We love him.
Yeah.
Broadway star, our very own, our favorite person.
Last scene
Michael
in
Hall.
Hedwig, of
Last
course.
scene in Hedwig. I like to call it
Okay.
Hedwig. He's going to be in a Netflix series
Yeah.
called Safe. It's a drama. So it's created by best-selling author Harlan Coben. I have not read a Harlan Coben novel.
There are 70 million of his books in print. So
Wow.
70 million people have them.
Phew.
Some of them might be at libraries.
Or at least they might be on the shelf somewhere, yes. The series is written by Danny Brocklehurst. But, listen to this. Michael plays a pediatric surgeon. Now,
Right.
after Dexter, I don't know if he should be using all those, scalpel. Anyway, raising two teenage girls who overnight becomes tied up in a disappearance and a murder mystery. So there's no release date yet, but I love a murder mystery. I love Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Good stuff.
All right, cool.
Excuse me.
They did that Newsies. People love the Newsies. and they did this. You can see it in theaters.
Not the
right?
original movie. You're talking about the Broadway show.
Newsies. They taped the original broadcast. Did it?
Yes, they did.
So that you can get to see it for free. If you want to go to the Bronx and sit outside, which who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Then the New York City Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment. Wow, I think that's a new title for that department. It sounds so fancy. They will present Newsies at an outdoor screening on July 24th at 7 p.m. at the Williamsbridge Park Oval in the Bronx. I don't know where that is, so I don't know which train to take.
But I'm sure the
But
mayor's
I'm
office
sure-
can direct you there if you
I'm
need.
sure there's information
need to
online. So anyway, go see Newsies. Why not?
All right. So if you went to summer camp, then you probably know Hello Mudda, Hello Fada.
Yep.
Here I am at
Hello,
Camp
Mata.
Granada. Yeah.
Hello,
It's a
Fada.
famous
Yeah.
Alan Sherman show. Comedy genius, Alan Sherman.
Well, it was a song first, right?
It was a song
like
first. He sort of made these silly songs that were
Yeah.
very popular, and then it was a show in 1992. Well, it's the 25th anniversary of this show.
What kind of people were in that?
So we're
show?
talking about some fancy people,
Okay.
obviously, like Tova Feldshuh,
Oh.
like the Mary Testa,
Uh-huh.
Jason Gray. Am I saying his name correctly? Gra. See, I knew I had it wrong. Anyway, they will all be there to sing the songs at Feinstein's 54 Below, July 24th at 7 and at 9:30, because one hippopotami cannot get on a bus because one hippopotami is two hippopotamus. Did you sing that song at camp, or is it
No,
just me? Okay,
I didn't
it's
go to
just me.
camp. But my issue is on the 24th is the same night as Newsies, so
So you got to go to the Bronx, then you got to run down to
yeah.
54
So if you go to
Below.
Newsies at 7, it'll be over. No,
You got to
you
choose.
can't do both.
You have to choose.
you have to choose. I think it's different audiences.
You think?
I think it's different audiences.
Might be different people. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Do you think there will be a musical about the Rolling Stones? Is that something that will happen?
I think that it's something worth betting on. Worth betting on.
Well, we talked about a grunge musical, so the people are
Anything can happen.
They're just going to keep going. So according to the Sun, now this is a newspaper that is how
Tabloid.
reliable?
It's really good.
38%?
Really good horoscopes.
Okay.
Really good one.
Well, according to the Sun, there is a musical of the Rolling Stones in the works, but they have to win over all the guys in the
So they don't
Rolling
have the rights
Stones,
to it then.
according to the article. So basically, they're probably just going to invite them to a workshop, and they're finding that they're casting it now. So and
You think
then,
there's a role for Derek Klena?
and then Mick Jagger will be really intimidating for whoever gets cast in it, because then all these guys are going to show up and decide whether or not it should be a musical.
Fantastic
so anyway,
idea.
but it's happening. Something's happening.
Something's happening with the Rolling Stones.
Right.
That would be amazing, though, to hear those songs
Yeah.
sung.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure. Of course, you could also go to a Stones concert. So I have more news. There's
Yeah.
more news.
No, I know.
It's
We'll
thrilled
get-
summer.
don't worry,
And
we'll get to Derek
we will get
Klena.
to
We'll get
Derek Klena. Stranger Things. Now, you watched Stranger Things.
Yes, I did. I gulped it.
I'm too scared.
Yep.
I'm too scared.
I
You
binged
binged
it.
it. You binged it.
Not gulped.
That's-
I say gulp.
That got weird for a second. So it's got some stage vets in it, as you know. Gaten Matarazzo. Am I saying his name correctly?
Sure.
Okay.
He was
David
in Les Mis.
Harbour.
He was in Les Mis.
He was in Les Mis.
Yeah, he was Gavroche.
Oh.
Feisty Gavroche.
The little
Yeah.
one. The little one.
And then he became a TV star.
David Harbour, who
Yeah.
was,
who we love.
we
Yeah,
love
but
him.
there's somebody else in it this year,
New cast member Will Chase.
who, according to his Instagram, is currently relaxing in Nashville.
How lovely
He
for
put up a
him.
nice photo of himself
Well, they've
relaxing
announced
today.
their season 2 release date, and it's October 27th, which is perfect for the Halloween mode of it. I feel like it's
It's
creepy.
not perfect for people that are desperately waiting for it to start, because that's
No, it's
really
not.
far off.
That's correct.
But I'm excited. So the NYMF is happening. What does NYMF stand for?
The new.
This is a tricky one because it
Your-
stands for
the
New York Musical
Musical
Theater Festival, but then they ignore the T.
Oh, really?
'cause it
It's
would've
the
been
NYMF. It's like Adina Menzel's name.
So it's New York Musical
know that?
Festival.
Do you know about
But
Idina
I don't
Menzel?
know. I don't know. Anyway, it's happening. This is like an annual thing, and a lot of shows have been born of the NYMF.
Right, like Next to Normal.
Yes, which was
And
called Feeling Electric, and Title of Show is
Title of
another
Show,
famous one.
correct.
Anyway, other ones
And
too.
other ones
Other ones too. I was going to say, not Anastasia. That
Not
was born
Anastasia,
differently.
no.
But it's happening right now. It just started. And Leslie Margarita's always in one, which is fun.
I mean, I don't know if you could say always,
Well,
but
the
she's in one.
last few
the
years,
name
I
of
feel
the
like
one.
she
She's
has. But this year, she's in a fun one called Matthew McConaughey versus the Devil, an American myth. And apparently, it's all about how
Matthew
the star of Magic Mike sold his soul to the devil to win an Oscar. And that also stars Max Crumb and, as Matthew McConaughey, Wayne Wilcox.
Wayne Wilcox.
Did you know that? So that's a good cast. That started last night, I think. That's just this week. Another one this week is something called Miss Blanche Tells It All, which stars Brian Charles Rooney, who was fantastic in Three Penny Opera.
Penny Opera, and that's a solo show but he plays sort of a drag artist. and the
60s,
person
New
who portrays
Orleans,
her.
drag. That's also this week. Those are the two that you need to see right away. But Lindsay Sullivan pulled together a list of some of the shows that caught our eye. There are many other shows at the Nymph, and we wish everyone a lot of luck. We hope you become the next.
The next to normal.
The next to normal.
That sounds weird.
But you have to change your title.
Yeah, totally.
In other words, the title at the Nymph doesn't really matter.
Nope, doesn't matter
Just
at
call it
all.
whatever you want. Okay, what else?
So, hi Derek Klena, how you doing?
almost done.
There's a new TV time, episode
That's
3
our
with Mike
vlog.
Wartella, the vlog at Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But also, I want to let you guys know that Mike Wartella is going to be at 54 Below
All right.
on August 25th at 11:30 p.m. doing some like rock and roll and Broadway favorites.
Okay. And then I just want to make sure everyone knows a few things on the site. We have an exclusive video from the Lightning Thief cast album. The show is no longer running, but there's an album. And Chris McCarroll, who we love, is on it. And he's singing really loud on a song called Good Kid.
Really loud and really well.
And the album is on Broadway Records. And also we have photos of the first rehearsal of Michael Moore. He's now in rehearsal with his director,
Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer, and The Terms of My Surrender, which I think might be slightly political. It will start at the Belasco Theater on July 28th. And also, tickets are on sale for M. Butterfly, the Julie Taymor revival, which will star Clive Owens, and that starts October 7th at the Court, where another Julie Taymor play played.
The Green Bird. Did you
You're
really
so
think
good with
I
your
wouldn't know
facts.
that?
You're so
Of
good with
course
your
I know
facts.
that.
So good with your facts.
Deep, very deep cut. Yes. So we also want to wish a happy first performance to 2 leading men on Broadway. Maurizio Martinez is starting off as Emilio Estefan on July 11th. That's today,
And then he's
tonight.
gonna go on the road.
In On Your Feet, then he's going on tour.
Yeah.
So he's in it just through August 13th, just a quick hit. And
Who
Akiriete
else?
Anaidawan, you listen, Akiriete Anaidawan. We know him as Oak. He's the spy on the inside from Hamilton. He is now Pierre in Great Comet. Happy first performance to
Yeah.
Oak.
Both of you.
And that's it.
Congratulations. Have a good show.
Yeah, have
and
a great
we will,
show.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the man you're waiting for, Mr. Derek Klena.
Wow.
Dancing dares, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. In dire circumstances, why wallow in regrets? We're out of second chances. Why are we here except to forget? We know the world is fickle. Life is a leaky sieve. Pass me a glass and give me a bow and drink to the Countess. Nobody now. Why should I care as long as I dare to live? In the land of yesterday. Let's run up the bill as if we're still royalty and claims. Let this be a sign. Let this road be mine. Let it lead me to my past and bring me home. At wipe away the mask of makeup, just to talk, not to spur, man to man, wheel to wheel on a par, standing face to face.
Hey everyone, we are back live at 5 with Mr. Derek Klena
Hey guys.
of Anastasia fame and other things. How's it going, sir?
It's going well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's going
we're
good? Yeah.
Just got
So-
through the 4th. We had
Yeah.
a 5-show weekend, which was crazy, but you know, had awesome audiences, and yeah, we're just up and running.
Yeah, awesome audiences are happening over
Yeah,
there at,
yeah.
at Anastasia.
People are coming and loving it, which makes it really fun for us, and you know.
Yeah.
We're excited.
What are the stage door? What is the like the average age? What are the types? What kind of people? I sat next to a girl living her life. I like to talk about when I saw it, like losing her mind, like all her dreams came true with every minute of the show. Do you get a lot of that? In the
Yeah.
audience? People flip out at this show.
No, it's good. I mean, this show had like a huge following from its animated debut, and
What about you? Did you watch it when it came out?
yeah, it was totally my generation.
Yeah.
I had always hoped that they would make this a musical, and that you know.
You did.
Yeah,
Was it more
yeah.
like a girl movie? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know the answer.
Not really, because and that's the thing about Dimitri is a lot of people hold him dear.
That's your
because
character.
he was like the anti-prince, like you know the rugged animated prince of our generation. So
Not a Disney prince.
not
It's
a Disney
Paramount
prince,
prince, right?
No, a fox.
Oh, Fox. Sorry, I get
Fox.
the studios mixed up. Fox Prince.
Fox
He's a
Prince.
fox. Dimitri's a fox.
He's a fox. No, so it's good. I mean, it's. I love the movie. I grew up with the VHS, and yeah. So now to get to be living it, people are freaking out. And
Right.
actually, like our audiences range. We have like the younger audience that hasn't seen the movie, which
Right.
surprises me. Like at the stage door, you have these little tots that are like 6 years old that
Yeah.
run up, and the parents are like, they haven't seen the movie, but they're gonna watch it after. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Right.
I mean, it's just a totally different experience, and then
Yeah.
you have like the high school through college through like mid late 20s that know
Right.
the movie well, and then you have the older crowd that know the Romanoff story well. So it's cool. We're getting like a large range, and the older crowd loves the stage door as well.
Yeah.
They get up close and personal. They love it. So it's fun for us. Yeah.
So is it nice now to have the show open? You did it out of town, so there's a lot of
Right.
anticipation and build up to getting the show on Broadway. Now it's open. Now you're running. Do you get to like sort of like breathe a little bit and like and get into the schedule of it? And
Yeah, I don't want to say enjoy because like we always enjoy the show. Like
Yeah.
it's such a fun show to do, but it really we do get a chance to breathe and enjoy each other on stage and not really, you know, worry about the stresses of getting the show up and running and the award season and all of that. So now that it's all
Yeah.
like the storm is settled, it's
Yeah.
nice to have fun with everybody and live it a little.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Jason wants to know, what is your most challenging scene in Anastasia? And he said, is it the train scene?
The train scene. No, the
No,
train
it's
scene's a lot
not.
of fun. The
It's
train
not.
scene's fun. You know, there's a lot going on around us, and it's fun to play on this jungle gym that they've created for us. That is the train. So that scene's fun. I would have to say, the stretch from my Petersburg through my scene with Anya through Once Upon a December. There's a large chunk there that Christy plays Anya and I have to piece together, and that's probably that is the hardest song I sing in the show, and then having all of that wool clothing on that Linda
Right.
Cho has expertly designed.
Yes.
But
Tony
it is rather
nominated
hot. It is
costumes.
rather warm.
Yeah.
So I just melt during Journey to the Past. You know, like when you sprint and you get done sprinting, it's when you stop that you actually start to sweat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm like, I work really hard during my Petersburg, and then I stop, and then Christy sings Once Upon a December,
Yes.
and that's my time to kind of like, you know,
You're
sit there
just-
and kneel and watch her go.
And you're soaked? You're just like,
That is just when the floodgates start. And even my dad was like, oh man, you were sweating a lot out there. I was like, thanks, Dad. I'm not a sweater either. But for some reason, after, like, because at the end of her song, I kind of like walk around and then I meet her back in the middle. And by the time she gets to the end and I meet her in the middle, I am just soaking wet. So that's
I need to go see the show again immediately.
You're gonna be like, now I see what he's talking about. Derek
Everyone
is,
just
Derek
watch
is
him.
melting
Wow,
down
that's
downstage
amazing.
left. So no, but it's good. I mean, so that chunk of the show is tough for us, but a lot of fun because we have a lot of the control over how that
Yeah.
flows and everything.
You have great chemistry with Christy. I loved
She's
your
great.
scenes together. I loved the romance of it. I thought it
Yeah.
really was it, did you guys have do you audition with each other?
Yeah, we
You
did.
right?
Yeah.
And you knew each other because you did Carrie.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
So we've known each other for 5 years, and we've been friends since Carrie. So having that history with her and having that friendship definitely helped in the room. And like when I saw her at the audition, she had gone in earlier in the day, and then I I came in later in the day, and then she came back to read with me, and I was like, when I saw her there, I was like, oh, this is happening, this is great, I know you, and it's gonna be great. And we went in the room and we sang, obviously it worked out and it was great. So that's been really fun to have that relationship with her, and that was one thing in Hartford that we do these out of towns, and then you bring them to Broadway, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot from the out of town crowd and how the shape of the show should be and all of that. And that's one thing that it's been cool about bringing the show to Broadway and bringing it to New York is the relationship between Ani and Dimitri has grown a lot since Hartford. And that was one thing that Darko and the creative team were not sure if they wanted to lean into their love chemistry earlier in the show, and now that a lot of that was working, Darko was like, okay, let's lean into the love story and let's lay these little roadblocks out along the show so we can kind of piece together their relationships. That's been fun to kind of grow that with her and figure it out. Yeah.
Cool. You have a lot of questions, sir.
Oh gosh.
This is hard to keep up.
Okay.
Flip that on.
Okay.
Okay, we have a new mic.
It's all happening.
While you
Live.
While you do that, let me ask a question.
Okay.
Have you worn? Kayla wants to know, have you wore Christie's Wonder Woman glasses yet? I don't know what that means. Is that a thing I'm supposed to know?
Is that all right if I just put it on the outside?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Perfect.
Sure.
Who are we hiding? No, I haven't.
You haven't. Okay.
No.
All right.
But she's sporting those all over town.
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
are- those are
Is she?
getting a lot-
I'm
those are-
behind.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
she's giving those a lot of looks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Katie is at the show. She'll be at the show tonight. She's very excited. Okay.
Hi, Katie.
Ainsley wants you to bring the show to Manila.
All right.
Bradley wants to know, but you were in Wicked.
I was.
You were in the
Yeah.
Wicked show.
That was my
You
Broadway
played
debut.
Fiero of the pants, of the Fiero pants.
Fiero of the white pants.
You did it with a certain girl we loved you with, Lindsay Mendez from
Lindsay
Dogfight.
Mendez, yeah.
I'm just filling in some holes into your resume. Somebody, this is an interesting question. Somebody said, "What's the best? Did you get any advice or best advice from Joe Mantello?" Bradley wants to know.
I mean, honestly, he changed my life as an actor. And getting to work with him on Dogfight and then getting, obviously, to do Wicked with Lindsay and his show. He's so smart, and he's such a good actor himself. And I remember going in for Dogfight, I had seen him do The Normal Heart on Broadway, which blew my mind.
Brilliant.
So to be in the room with him as a director, I was kind of starstruck walking in. I was like, he's so good, and now I have to act in front of him.
Right.
So, but that's also the best thing about him is that he has this knowledge and this understanding of the actor and the director, and in that way he knows how to really talk to actors, and he taught me so much to that process, and I learned so much from him and from Lindsay, that he's just incredible. I can't say enough about him.
Colleen wants to know, are there any fun backstage pranks or shenanigans at Anastasia? It's a fun crowd, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fun crowd.
John Bolton.
John
I
Bolton.
knew you were going to say John Bolton.
Well, me, John, and Ramin share a hallway. So lately we pick a greatest hits, a classic rock greatest hits to play before the show every once in a while. I'll throw the jam box out in the hallway and we'll go. So that's been fun to jam out. We all kind of
dance parties.
Yeah, a little
in the
bit.
hallway?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes we freak a leak. I don't know. I mean, John and I have a lot of fun, and we've gotten to have a lot of fun in Rumor in St. Petersburg because that's the only time in the show where we kind of bicker to each other.
Right.
And we have this ongoing joke right now that John almost lost it the other day. Sorry, I'm throwing you under the bus, John. But we both almost lose it. But it was. So we talk a lot about Yusupov Palace at the beginning of the show, and him and I, we say Yusupov 4 times, and it's one of the only Russian names that we actually say a bunch of times. And so, during every scene, every time we talk or we're in our own little role on stage, we got into this thing of being oh, Yusupov. And that was our watermelon. But it was Yusupov over and over, and we tried to drop Yusupov in just random places. It's so stupid, but it gave us so much joy.
That's amazing. I
Yeah.
love it. Bradley has a question. I have the same. Bradley has good questions.
All right.
Bradley said, "Loved you on Kimmy Schmidt." As
Oh,
did
thanks,
I, because
Bradley.
I recently gulped it. What was the
Who says
coolest thing?
gulp? Are you
I don't know,
coining
like
gulped?
What's the coolest thing you saw on set? And you
Oh,
had like
man.
a DJ scene. What was your name?
Yeah, I had
What was your DJ name?
DJ Fingerblast. Well, he's Douglas. I mean, at his heart, at his core, he's Douglas.
Right.
But
Finger blast.
Jane Krakowski inspired him to.
What was it like working with her? I love her.
I mean, because I had my episode in season 2. I started as Douglas the dog masseuse, and then Jane inspired me to follow my dreams to become DJ Fingerblast, which I did. So I spent like a full day.
It's a whole journey for the character.
He has a journey.
A 2-season journey.
There's
An
a
arc.
lot of parts, a lot of layers to Douglas. It's very complicated. Now, not so much, but Douglas was complicated. But I spent a whole day with Jane Krakowski, and she's incredible. I mean, her comedic timing, and also she went into this part in our scene where she was supposed to get like devastated, and she started crying. And I was like, you're in the middle of like this comedic genius scene, and then she just starts crying, and I'm like, well, there you go.
There you go.
She's a pro.
Jane Krakowski.
Yeah, she's amazing. And also Carol Kane was on set that day, and I did Wicked with Carol. So getting to have that day on set with her, it was
Isn't
so
it cool
fun.
to see
It's
Carol
just
Kane having this whole moment with Kimmy Schmidt? I love it.
But she never stops having a moment because
That's
she's
true.
just so epic. I mean,
Right.
everything she does, you're like, that's why you're a star, because there's nobody like her. She's
I
amazing.
agree. A lot of people want to know about your dream role. Now,
Dream
let's
role.
put that on pause for a minute. I want to ask you,
Yeah.
did you, Derek Klena, hit the gym extra hard yesterday?
after the Hercules news was released?
After the Hercules news was
No, but I
released.
better, right? Now that I've put it out in the world.
Now,
now
I
got a lot
asked
to
you
live
when
up
you
to.
were in rehearsals
Oh,
for
gosh.
Anastasia. I said,
Yeah.
"What other animated movie?" And you basically put it out that you want to be Hercules.
Yeah.
And now they apparently are working on a Hercules musical. So you hit the gym extra hard.
It's awesome. Yeah, I guess.
It's just putting it out there.
Now pressure's on. No, I mean it's cool. I mean I love that was one of my favorite Disney movies growing up.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, obviously, that it's happening or maybe happening.
Right.
We'll
Right.
see.
It might take 15, 20 years.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly. Then I'll be playing Hades by that point.
Whatever.
I'll find a part.
Whatever works.
I just
Are
want to
there
be
any other-
Hercules.
Are there any other dream roles?
I've always wanted to play, and this
Is it
happened pretty
Bobby
pretty
and
recent.
Company or Sweeney Todd? Those are the two most.
No, I wanted to play Tony in West Side Story, but I just missed it last time they did it. I was
Well,
in high school.
can't we do like that one?
Let's do it again.
Yeah, well, can't we
Let's
just?
do it again.
Yeah, you can do it. You can
No,
do
but I love it.
Or
And
do a
and
concert of it. Like
Yeah,
one-
I grew up singing, Something's Coming, and it's just
Do
music's
you want to sing it right
beautiful.
now? We can
Just
put
per sound.
some nice lighting on. I'll leave.
Live? Live? We're doing it live! Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do that. I mean, also like the Phantom of the Opera. Like,
Ooh.
if ever that were to happen,
Yeah, I'm
that
into
would
that.
be super fun. Like,
I'm
why
into
not?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
People have questions about your hair products.
Oh,
I don't want to
gosh.
leave people hanging.
The Dimitri hair regimen is a process. You don't even want to know.
You
The
don't. You
stuff
don't
that
want to
goes in
know.
his hair.
You don't want to know.
No.
All right, Colleen. Though Colleen does want to know what's your go-to karaoke song.
Oh, this is a good one. Faithfully by Journey.
That's good. too.
One time I did make the rookie move of doing More Than a Feeling by was it Boston?
Yeah, sounds right.
More
Yeah.
Than a
Yeah.
Feeling. That song gets a lot higher than you think it does.
Too high for Derek Klena?
I mean,
At a
not too
karaoke
karaoke high, but close. We definitely reached our peak on More Than a Feeling. But yeah, Faithfully is kind of my go-to.
Okay.
I mean, don't stop believing. You can't go wrong there.
Can't go wrong.
That's a good.
I
that's
could
a
go
good
wrong
fan.
with that.
That's a
You
good,
can't go wrong
group
with that.
favorite. That's a group favorite. Oh, yeah. Stick to Journey when in doubt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I do.
Journey Boston.
I do Summertime Girls, Summer Girl, LFO. You know that song?
Yeah.
I rap.
Yeah.
I can't hit those notes. I can't hit those Derek Klena notes.
You know, that's your flavor.
Steve wants to know, do you have a workout routine? We have to end this soon because,
Workout routine.
I mean, if I took all these questions, you would miss the show tonight, so we can't do that.
Yeah.
But you do
We're
work out.
live.
You obviously do
We'll just
work
take
out.
it. We'll just take it to the Broadhurst. We'll just follow it. It'll be a Broadway.com first. We'll just take it on the road. So wait, workout regimen?
A workout regimen.
I can't.
And
with the
Gabrielle is singing Summer Girls or Summertime Girls. What's it? Summertime Girls. Anyway, I'm
It's
sorry.
your song.
It's my song.
It's his song. This show is so physical, and I'm still like, in
getting
in
into
the
it.
joyousness of like feeling the show and like
Right.
settling into it. It's still like kicking my butt. So I
Really?
haven't
Okay.
been working out as much because the
Good.
show is such a workout. Like I said, I melt on stage, so that's been helpful for staying in shape. at
That's
least.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dream duet partner. Quick answers.
Oh gosh, dream duet part. Hugh Jackman.
Who?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, nice. What,
Yeah,
do you have any
that's a
ideas what
curveball.
you want to sing?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Tonight from
I
West
just-
Side Story. No.
Tonight with Hugh
I
Jackman.
don't know.
And miscast. There you go. We'll throw it out there.
Yeah, why not? I'm into it.
Yeah.
What do you miss about California? Bonnie wants to know.
The beach.
The beach.
I mean, I love me some Long Island beaches, but you just can't really beat
It's different.
California beaches. Sorry.
It's different.
Sorry, East Coast.
And what show had the biggest impact on you? We're going to just leave it at that. That's going to be the final question. Which Broadway show?
Broadway, or just like show in general? Because
Yeah.
I mean, Dogfight probably.
What about show
impacted
you
me
saw in the
most.
audience?
Oh, show I saw.
Yeah.
Wicked was my first Broadway show I ever saw, and that was the moment that I was kind of like, whoa, like
Right.
this is the real deal. This is something that
Mhm.
like I dreamed to do.
Right.
But also Next to Normal, that was obviously a soundtrack that I held near and dear,
Right.
and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And getting to see that on stage and fleshed out was kind of like that like theater geek out moment for me. And I just remember like sitting there just like in tears at the end of the show, just being like, what's happening? Like, I'm not a crier, but you just can't help it. So that was cool for me. And that
That's
was
amazing.
inspired me a lot.
Well, now audiences are
Yeah.
genuinely being inspired at Anastasia. I mean, the kids are coming. It's like first show, it might be the first show for a lot of people, and it's at the Broadhurst Theater, which is so it's a beautiful show, and it's a great theater to see a musical. I like.
It's a great space. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's so cool.
It's super shallow and intimate,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
Awesome. Derek
Yeah.
Klena, thank you for being here.
Thank
Good
you.
to see
Thanks
you.
for having me. Thanks,
And
guys.
thank you guys for all your questions, and we will see you tomorrow at 5 with another awesome guest. Bye.